On today's episode of Golf is Ruining My Life, we talk about how often you should be carding. Is it every round? Is it once a week? We get into it.
Also, someone's off 30. How many wedges should they have in their bag? I'll give you a clue. Not 4.
I know what you're thinking, and frankly, I totally agree with you. You're thinking, how can these two Burks be back on a Thursday in the depths of winter talking about a sport that barely even exists right now in the UK? And frankly, I'd agree with you. Welcome to Great Britain's second biggest golf podcast. This is Golf is Ruining My Life, and he's Tom Price. Hi.
Yes. Hello there. I feel like I'm torn at the moment, Tom, because golf does barely exist at the moment. But what little embers there are, you know, like when a fire goes out, you find an ember, you just have to blow. You have to blow hard on that ember and try and reignite the flames, or at least remember the warmth of when it was at its peak, because we've had a great year and we've had some great emails, so we can just dive into those.
Yeah, we can just dive into those. What was slightly concerning, for me at least, is there's a lot going on at the moment. I'm barely playing any golf. I did have a stark realization that I've not played in 2 months now.
That's horrendous.
Yeah.
That hit me in the gut. That was a body blow.
Because I did the thing that I think a lot of us do when you realize you haven't played for 2 months. Anyone else do this? You add up what your subs have been for your membership.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, so I've just burnt that money, really,
Yeah,
when you think I've just burnt that.
Oh.
Okay.
That is a fantastically bad idea.
Yeah.
It's like when you have been a member of a gym for a year and you realise you paid something in the region of £130 a visit. That's when you have to take a long, hard look in the gym mirror that makes you look extra fat. I don't think we should think about the numbers, Tom. I don't think we should think about how much it's costing you each time you play.
No,
I think you've got to. I know for a fact you had parents down last weekend. I've got in-laws down this weekend. I played last weekend when you couldn't. You need to play this weekend when I can't. You need to do it for the spirit of the game.
It's happening. I'm playing on Saturday. I even called the club today to have the preemptive conversation of how wet's it looking? Should I change bag? Because I'm going to do something I'm actually quite looking forward to, which is my seasonal bag change. Because I got the call today and they were like, it's trolleys. And based on what we've had over the last few weeks, it looks like it could be a season of trolleys off. So I'm going to do the big bag change, which I'm actually quite looking forward to, of just sort of decanting everything. Because we were together yesterday, Tom. 2 points on that. One, I can't wait to share with everyone the thing that we did yesterday, because it was...
It's deeply harrowing.
Yeah, it's weird. Two things. One, yesterday, I turned up quite stressed and there was a lot going on. And you were like, I've played golf this morning. And I frankly didn't understand how. Didn't feel great for me. And two was, as I went through my old bag, was a half-eaten sausage roll from Preston Golf.
Oh my God, was that in that bag?
Yeah. Just before I left the house, took it out and put it in the bin. Pretty disgusting.
Was it delicious? Oh, sorry, you put it in the bin. Yeah, no, the bin, obviously, of course.
Yeah,
how long had it been in the bag for?
Well, 2 months.
It's funny because when I played, this is a good time of year for old snacks. It's peak aged snack time of year. When I played on Sunday, I was halfway around the course. I was starving, and I opened my bag and I found a Pret-a-Manger flapjack, and that went off. That went off on the 5th of November, my friend. The 5th of November. Now the question I put to you is: did I eat it or not?
I reckon you could get away with a flapjack. It's basically like thermonuclear fine, isn't it?
I think if I was in an episode of The Walking Dead and I was going through a ransacked Costa coffee, or Pret indeed, then I would eat it. But I just thought...
Famously,
I don't have a loose bowel at the moment, and I thought I don't want one. So I didn't eat it. I chose not to, which is unlike me, because normally I'd absolutely dive in. But yeah, no, it's definitely that time of year when you put your hand in your bag and go, oh yeah, look, I've got a mint club from June.
Exactly. Now, before we get into emails, because obviously that's what we're all here for on Thursday, can I please thank everyone that has gone and given us Spotify reviews, because we have, again, another massive jump up over the last couple of weeks when I asked for them. They really do make a massive difference, and we are so close now to getting the 1,000. And that's all I want. I just want 1,000 reviews. I want it to go from 999 into 1K. That will really make me happy if we can get there before the end of the year. So please do. I know I've seen you all with your Spotify Wrapped over the last couple of days. I know people listen on Spotify. Do go and leave a review. It makes a massive difference. Now, to Matthew's email, shall we?
Isn't it an anonymous?
No.
Oh,
no, it's
fine.
not. No,
Good.
it's not.
He's
Anonymous
Matthew
was
and he's
last
proud.
Thursday. He's Matthew, he's
Fine.
proud. He's told us, he says, "Hi, gents. Great fan of the podcast and the Discord." Again, go and check out the Discord. Best way to get into the
A
Discord?
Discord dude.
Yeah, go to the website, golfisrulingmylife.co.uk. Go right to the bottom. There's a link straight to the Discord. Anyway, been playing 2 years or so, and chuffed I've made it down to a 16 handicap. Started playing in some comps this year and really struggling with first tee nerves. Summed up by forgetting to wear a glove on the first tee at my local club's Pro-Am this year. I've been there, it happens. Thankfully, it went down the middle and the club stayed in my hands. Do you have any tips for first tee nerves or jitters while playing a competitive round? I find it takes me at least 2 or 3 holes every time to get into the groove, and by that time, I'm always playing catch-up. Doesn't matter if it's a tee shot or a wedge to a green. As soon as it matters, the confidence disappears. Matthew, this is such a good question. Thanks again. Hopefully, you've caught up to the emails a bit by the time you get to this. Kind regards, a very nervous golfer, Matt. Tom, nervous golf is a really interesting one, and I won't do this because we get shouted at. I could dedicate the rest of today's episode.
Me too.
To that.
Me too. Yes, I feel like before we finish this year, we should do like 2 or 3 themed episodes and just do a whole episode on nerves, because it's a topic that I love in golf, because I find it baffling that, you know, in the last few days I've played, having not played for 4 weeks, with 0.00 nerves, and I've played the best golf, just wonderful golf. And last time I played, seriously, I was riddled with nerves and I played terrible. So it's this incredible thing that defeats us all the time. It defeats the joy, it defeats the point of being there, and we don't play to our true potential. And this is, you know, this is what retellerism is built on, right? And this, so all I would say to you, to give you a snapshot of our Bible, which is anything written by Bob Rotella, is you have to, and it's really hard, when you next have those nerves, you have to turn it into a game. You have to concentrate on that one shot, which is that tee shot, and you have to think, you have to visualize it. This is all I want from this moment, is that tee shot to go there. And I'm playing a game, and it's like I'm chucking a ball down there. It's like a natural bodily function that I can do it. My body knows how to do it, and I'm going to try and play and have fun. And it's really hard. If you can do that, you know, if you can solve nerves, you will drop so many shots off your handicap.
I managed to conquer first tee nerves for the first time this year. And the advice I'm going to give
And look what happened to you.
Yeah, but the advice I'm going to give, I totally understand, is almost impossible for the normal person who has a family and a job to be able to do. But the thing that really helped me, Matthew, was playing golf almost non-stop throughout summer. It made the biggest difference, and I can't
Okay,
sit
Matthew,
here now.
you're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to do, mate. Here to
Matthew,
help.
my advice is launch a golf podcast, take over Hits Radio's mid-morning show, and you'll be absolutely fine. The nerves will go. I came to a point this summer where I could stand on the first tee of my place, and it all became second nature. It was like another day at the office. I knew exactly what I was going to do. There was no nerves. Everything was possible. It just became, the only way I can describe it is it became second nature. It was as repetitive as getting into my car or putting my shoes on, was taking my forward out.
Boring almost. Boring.
Totally boring. Tom, really boring. But I'm a big one that suffers with nerves, and making it boring and making it monotonous and just getting into a routine really, really helped me. I was nervous when I realised I was on to shoot whatever I did, 6 over or 7 over, whatever it was my best this year. It was 6 over, 76. It was nerve-wracking when I realised that I could do that, but when I was 2 over on 16, it was just chilled. It all became, I knew what clubs I was taking. It became routine. So I would say that's the advice, is try and make it as routine as possible without getting divorced and giving up your hard-earned career.
There are downsides to this, but I would say the upside makes it worthwhile. Give up all family and professional life and dedicate yourself wholly to golf, or just try and have fun. I mean, that's basically what I'm saying. Just try and have fun, which is an annoying, glib bit of advice, but that is the answer. Yeah.
Keep these coming in, the Toms at golfersruinmylife.co.uk, or just go directly to golfersruinmylife.co.uk. The website, there's a little link on there where you can send these directly to us. Tom, next email, please.
Connor's been on. Hello, Connor. Hi, both. Just listen to the pod where you were chatting about winter golf and keeping your swing going. Me and my mates are regular golfers. We submit cards every round. Noted. Good for
Clever.
you. Well done. Love
well
that.
done. Well done.
But with winter kicking in, motivation has dipped, especially when I need to shoot 4 shots lower to hit my handicap year. Even though the winter tees barely give us 5 to 10 yards, if that, it makes no sense. That is interesting. Because when I play off the yellows hours, I'm off 5. If I'm off the whites, I'm off 7. Off the yellows, I'm off 5. And the yellow mats are right at the front. There's no way I can shoot 5. Like 5 over is... Yeah, that I feel your pain there, because I would need to do something pretty special to do that. Anyway, we've decided to switch things up rather than putting cards in all the time, and this is a great idea. Skins games, pure match play. Forget the scorecard, just go hole by hole. Forgetting the scorecard is a good way to renew your love of golf. We've said that before on the show. Forget the scorecard for a while. Take some time off from that. It's been a breath of fresh air, and honestly, we've loved it. Way more fun and way less pressure. I'm in that place at the moment, and I'm rediscovering a love for the game that I'd forgotten. I think it's like when you're doing cards, you're obsessed, and when you're playing like this, you love it. It's a slightly different thing.
Yeah, but don't you think the beauty
on a side note,
is that you can go through all this in the space of a year? Like that realization, you can have 5 or 6 months of grinding in the middle of summer and putting cards in all the time and really trying to get better. And then you can have 2 months off and then discover the fun right at the end of the year. That can all happen within the space of 12 months, which I think is the beauty. You can really get better with practice, become too obsessed, take some time away, pick it up, all those skills. This is what I'm telling myself at the moment, and it's true for all of us. All that stuff you've done, all that work you've put in hasn't gone anywhere. It's all still in you.
But also, unlike, I would say, tennis maybe, or I don't know, other sports are available here, insert other sports here. If you play five-a-side football, they're often similar sorts of sports, similar games. I guess different opponents make the game different. But the thing about golf is it's such an ever-changing sport. It's, the golf you play in November and December really is a very different sport to the one you're playing, I think, in June, right? You have to have a different approach, both in terms of what you're physically doing on the course and psychologically how you're approaching it. So it's a constantly regenerating thing. Anyway, side note, was buzzing to hear Rosedale Abbey mentioned. So I went on holiday for half term to Rosedale Abbey, and I very generously took my wife and kids and dogs, and we had a lovely time.
It's lovely.
It's nice of me, generous guy. I'm not even asking them for money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're an everyman. You're one of the people. You're one of the good guys.
Right. And I drove. And I let them come in my car. Didn't charge them petrol or anything because it's an electric car. Anyway, I'm from the northeast near Middlesbrough. Rosedale was where my love for golf began. Oh my God, Connor, I love this.
Sorry, Tom, can I remind myself and maybe some of the other listeners, was Rosedale, was this the place on the hill, the 9-holer, give us a quid and go and play?
Yes, for me to play with my 2 sons costs something like £12. Like it is a par 3 course that is a field, but it's on the side of a hill. So you do need to have one leg substantially shorter than the other.
Yeah, just so you know, for the price that it costs you to take your whole family to play golf, you wouldn't get a fish and chips in St Albans. Now that is depressing. Yeah.
Yes, it is, but it's a good reason to get to Rosedale Abbey. It's a beautiful village. It's barely a village. It's like a hamlet in the North Yorkshire moors, and it is just divine. It's one of my favourite places. So Rosedale was where my love for golf began, which is so sweet because, Connor, I was there with my 2 boys on the side of this hill. My dad used to take me and my brother there all the time, summer and winter. Stunning views, great little track, and that sheer drop 7th. What a hole. Yes, we fell down. You'll appreciate this, Connor. The walk down on the 7th, we slid along the floor. You either get it or you don't. I remember taking my dad's mate about 15 years ago. He moaned the whole way about the conditions, but I mean, mate, it's £3. Just look at the views, get on with it and enjoy it. I still go back every now and then, and it's just as brilliant. And I think there's something to be said for this, in the same way that you might go and do, I don't know, like a putting, a crazy golf almost. It renews your love of the game. It's a different way of playing the game, and it brings it all back to life. And I'm so happy to see that email. Thank you, Connor. I love that.
Connor, great email. The Toms at golfisruinmylife.co.uk. Before we go into products, what we haven't referenced and what won't translate if you are only an audio listener, goodness me, please check out the YouTube channel because everything is visualised. You can watch us do this. I know loads of people watch us on their TVs, which is fun. You can also watch all the Scotland content from earlier this year. Can I say, Tom, lovely festive golf jumper you've got on there.
Can I say to you, Tom, I love your festive golf jumper. Mine's a ping. Man. Yours looks like a ping.
It's a ping. It's a ping. I was going to say on a more serious note, but how can you really have a serious note on a Christmas ping golf jumper? You can't. But what I do love about these is we got sent these from our friends at Ping. Obviously, I've already had 2 things go in for me in December. which is like one of them's a Christmas golf day where it's just like, well, make sure you're wearing a Christmas jumper, and we're going for a Christmassy night out with our mates on Friday. I mean, Chris, we're talking about today, and we're like, we should do Christmas jumpers. And it's so great to have, one, a great quality Christmas jumper, because these things are really good quality, but they fit great, and that they look, in my opinion, they look really cool.
I think we look excellent. I think we look hot. I mean, very literally hot, because they are very warm.
Yeah, they are quite warm. They are available on, I suppose, on the Ping website. I should probably know more about this than I do, but I think they're on the Ping website. In fact, what I'll do is I'll post a little link in the description here. If you are loving what you see, or you want a Ping Christmas golf jumper for that Christmas golf day you've got coming up, go and get one. They are pretty epic.
I'm modelling it, mate.
And
I'm modelling
well done, Tom. For reasons of internet, I actually can't see that, but that's fine. You at home will, or if you're audio, you won't. But my goodness, trust me, they're really good quality.
Go and get one. Talking of great products, here are some great products.
More products. Right, welcome back to Golf is Ruining My Life. Sorry, I've got more products to talk about. golfisruiningmylife.co.uk is the website if you want to check out any of the T-shirts, caps, or the final hoodie. Is
there only one hoodie left?
There is one left. There is one XL left.
Oh my God, that hoodie's like me getting picked for the football team. It's just in the gym by the wall waiting for someone to pick it. Oh,
I'm really surprised, actually, that it's the only one left. And between you and I, if you do use the code PRICE_FINGER, don't just PRICE_FINGER, low capital,
don't write the word space.
No capitals. No, just price finger. You will get 20% off. Who told you that?
Ooh.
Maybe it was me.
Ooh.
Anyway, back to emails.
What size is it? What size is it?
XL. It's a good size. I don't know why it's left. It's an XL. Anyone can wear an XL. It's not that big. I wear an XL, and I think it fits great.
Yeah. Basically, if it's XL, that means it's sort of L/XL. Right, emails, come on.
Hello, Jack, saying, hi, lads. First off, love the pod. We love you, Jack.
Jack.
Listen to the podcast on the way to the course to try and hype myself up. I've been playing golf for about a year now. After taking a good few years off, I've managed to get myself down to a 20.2 handicap. And after playing semi-regularly across different courses up here in the northeast. Why, man?
Oh, wow. Did you really do that? Did that happen?
Mint.
Okay.
Plenty of recommendations if needed. Thank you, Jack. We would love to hear your northeast recommendations. I can recommend Close House, the home of Lee Westwood, really lovely course, played there with friend of the show, Sam Westwood. Very nice. Anyway, he continues, the friend I predominantly play with has just registered as a member as his local course, which is close to my office. However, there are courses closer to me, which I'd prefer to be a member of. The dilemma, do I join the same course as him and play with him more regularly, or should I sign up for one of the courses closer to me to give us a bit more of a wider scope of courses we play regularly? This is such a good question. We both want to play competitions, ideally with each other, but in the same breath, we both want to enjoy the social aspect of being members together. I totally get it. I sensed what the answer might be, but I want to get your guys' opinions as, in my eyes, the best golf podcast in the UK. Peace and love, Jack.
This guy.
You
yes,
flirt.
Jack.
Certainly
Well
my
said,
favourite
Jack.
golf podcast.
Can we quote him on that? Can I just check something? I'm not going mad. We haven't done this on the pod before this one, have we? I feel like we've done a similar one.
I don't think so, no, but there is every chance that I'm going mad. And sorry for repeating ourselves.
Apologies if we've repeated it. I think what's happened, Tom, is I've just read it in real life and thought, interesting.
That'd be it.
So I would say, actually, do you know what? I was about to sort of come down heavily on it with an answer there. So the dilemma here is, join the same course as your mate and play with him more regularly, or sign up to a course closer. So we've got a wider scope of courses we can both play together. I would always go for like a gym. You want to get as close as possible. And as I'm sure you're deeply in love with your golfing pal, but you will meet other golfing pals at the course closer, and equally he will meet golfing pals at his course, and then you could all play together. I think maximise the golf club that you are a member of, rather than if you go to join his course, it's a bit further away, and the two of you just play together all the time. You're not going to meet new people and begin the golf dating process, which we have to go through.
Yeah, I think that's the right advice. I think it's really hard with this one, but how nice will it be to have your club over here with all your mates that you do your regular Saturday roll up to and whatever, and know that you've got a mate just down the road where you can pay a member's guest rate of whatever it is, 20 quid. Essentially, you've got a whole other golf course that you can play just down the road. And you are right, Tom. I think it's quite nice to go and force yourself to make other golfing friends, because then you've got options that if your mate can't play, don't worry, I'm in a group of other golfers. So I think join the different one and know that essentially you've got county membership at your mate course down the road.
It's a bit like when you go to university and your mates are all going to the same uni. It's like, come on, man, you got to go. You got to spread your wings a little bit. You got to get out there. You can still see your paths. Or if you go to university, you go to the same university because that's where your partner is going. Oh, don't ever do that. Oof.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Now, I am slightly concerned here that there may be some email crawls. I'm slightly concerned that what you said earlier might be right, because Reese's email, we've definitely
done Reese's, but we did
before.
that out of order. We made a point of that one being out of order.
Fine, okay. Tom, do continue.
So I'll do Joel next. Hello, Tom and Tom. First of all, don't worry, you don't have to keep me anonymous. Thank you, Joel. I have a question for you both and would love to know your opinions. I started playing golf in April this year. I've joined Silverstone Golf Club. It's next to the racetrack. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something which is going to terrify you?
Yeah.
I was so close to going.
We both
Can you imagine if for a moment on this golfing podcast there were just two Burks wearing Christmas jumpers going?
It also shows that the humour we're picking from is so bottom of the barrel and so basic that sort of anyone with half a brain cell would have gone for that gag. But here we are.
We're never getting to number one. I put in my 3 18-hole cards to get my handicap, a modest 22.
Very good.
I've been playing 2 or 3 times a week since joining the club in March, typically in a 4-ball with other members, and roughly coming in at 14 over par off the yellow tees.
Nothing wrong with that.
I've played in 4 competitions this year. The club champs medal finished 11th and 3 Stableford events. These are the only rounds that have been used towards my handicap, and I'm currently down to 16.7. I was dropped 2 shots due to a 13 over par round off the white tees when my playing handicap was 18.2. Apparently, this is the most you can be cut in one go. My question is, should people just use the competition scores for handicap since it's the only time I play off the comp tees and in any sort of competitive environment? Or should I also put in some general play scores so I don't look like a massive bandit when I enter competitions? Great question from Joel.
Yeah,
love that. Well done on the handicap, first of all.
Yeah, amazing handicap. Great cut as well. You've had a good summer. That must have been a great round. Having an 18.2 handicap and shooting 13 over, you have had a very good day at the office there. I can't work out exactly what that would be Stableford points wise, but you're looking at 40 something, I suppose. Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's a winning score on most Stableford rounds.
But also, if you think about what you've done there, your handicap's 18. You've shot 13 over off whites. So your handicap of 18 is probably 20 off the whites. So you've shot 7 shots better.
It's amazing.
A handicap of 20. That's nearly half your handicap. But what is so good about this email, and clearly what's happening here, is this is not an experiment in being a bandit. You do not. It's the last thing you want is for people to accuse you of that or for that to be a problem. So you want to know what is the best way to get cut and get those big cuts as quickly as possible, because you do not want to be the guy who ends up in a competition, getting 10 shots or whatever, because that's just vacuous and stupid. So
you should be putting cards in every time. I think that's got to be the sort of rule of thumb. That certainly is on paper what should be happening. When the new handicap system came in, the idea was that every round was submitted. So I think if you're playing 18 holes and you've played fairly recently and this isn't a first round back thing and you are going to take it pretty seriously, put a card in. Definitely do that. Even if it's 9 holes, 9 holes, get those cards in. And I would say, if you are, say you're playing twice a week, what do you think the average is that people play per week, Tom? Especially in winter, it's probably 1 point something, isn't it, by now? Yeah, I think most people in winter, especially listeners to this podcast, because I feel like we do have a lot of newer golfers here. Yeah. If you're getting away twice a month in winter, I reckon that's probably about average. I don't think I don't think people are getting out every single week. I don't know how you could get out every single weekend. I've tried recently, and the weather's just been horrible. So, yeah, I think if you're getting out twice a month, you're doing well. I think in summer, you can push those numbers up to twice a week, baby. If you're doing twice a month in winter, at least one of those has to be carded. I would say 2 of them. But don't impinge on your enjoyment, but that's a psychological choice. You can still play a round that's a card and still just make sure you enjoy it and get the cards in, because you just don't want to be that person who's got a ridiculous handicap. Over to lovely Toby. Dear Toms ×2. Hello, I am Toby Fryer. You might remember me, and I do, Toby. I really remember you from the Mad About Sports (open brackets mass close brackets) podcast. Do you remember Toby, Tom? Yes, of course. I remember Toby. Yeah. I was just emailing to ask for your opinion on what age is too young and too old for a junior captain at a golf club, because I am 10 and I would like to do it. Toby, good on you. P.S. If you want to listen, Toby, your email, you just
don't read out his email.
No.
Don't read out the email of a minor on the podcast.
If you want to listen to my podcast, just email me. And then he sent his email, which is
lovely.
Just
Thank you,
so
Toby.
sweet and amazing. Toby, at the age of 10, are you too young to be a junior captain? I think it all depends on the amount of people, the amount of juniors that are in your golf club. Looking at Preston Golf Club when I was a junior, we had a really active junior membership, and I would say at least for Preston Golf Club when I was there, 10 would have been too young, because you get people up to 16, 17 who are juniors who are playing quite serious golf, and I think there's a lot of organisation in it as well that would be required, which may be too burdensome.
Yeah, well, why not? Well, teach Toby some made up words.
Use that in your
burdensome-esque.
Burdensome.
Toby, I would say you're 10 years old. You're the same age as my youngest son. And the idea of him being captain, or even wanting to, is a stretch. So I'm really excited that you're that young and wanting to do that. That shows that you love the game. And I would definitely say you could do it. It sounds like you've got the enthusiasm, which is the most important thing. But I would also say you should just enjoy being a junior member for now. And maybe that's something to aim towards, so that when you become a junior captain, you will be so good. So if I were you, make that your plan. And over the next, 4 years, which seems like a lifetime, but trust me, it goes super quick. Over the next 4 or 5 years, get as good at golf as possible, so that when you become the captain, which sounds like you're going to do, junior captain, you will be an excellent, excellent junior captain who not only makes all the speeches and does all the organising, but also never loses, because that's what you want in a captain. You want that to be the guy who goes out there number one on the team sheet and wins. So if I were you, concentrate on getting really good so that you're the best junior captain ever.
And Toby, you do sound very much like me, who really gets into things and really wants them. And I did think there was a moment in summer this year where I did really think maybe I could be the captain of the golf club. And now when it's winter and I've not been in 2 months and life is on top of me, I realise how ludicrous that would be at the age of 31. So Toby, I love the vibe, love the mentality, but maybe just not yet. Next email, Tom.
Hold off. Yes, is this me? Is it Tom Stackhouse?
It's another Tom.
Oh, there's so many Toms. It's almost like there's a general kind of gender and age that listens to this golf pod, isn't it? It's weird.
Don't know what you're talking
about. Hello, Tom. Afternoon, Tom Squared. With actually a little two by the Tom, which I've appreciated. Firstly, can I say it's a pleasure listening to the podcast, and it makes my drives to work bearable and entertaining. I love that. I know you all say it, and I just want you to know, every time anyone says it, it goes in. We love it, because this takes up a lot of our time. And it's fair to say, we ain't millionaires. We're not making huge amounts of money from it. It is something of a labour of love. So thank you when you say that. We really appreciate it.
I don't know if you can hear that in the background. It sounds like I'm setting fireworks off at the compliment. I think it's just someone else setting fireworks off. I don't know if he's translating onto the podcast. But there is a load of fireworks going off, which I don't do every time I get a compliment, although I wish I could.
No. There's me saying we don't have any money, and there's you blowing budget on compliment fireworks. What are these fireworks for? It's not even New Year's or
I don't know, but the compliments are great because we're both egomaniacs, so thank you, Tom.
There you go. I'm in my first year of playing. I try and play at least once a week, currently playing at around 30. Right now, I'm struggling with consistency. However, I have my first lesson on Friday, so I'm hoping it gives me some pointers. My question for you is, by the way, have you noticed that has been a focus, a sort of theme on the emails this week? We've done a bit of an intro, and almost all the emails have said, my question to you is, which makes me feel like that's becoming what we should call the format. My question to you is.
And what is my question to you this week from Tom?
What clubs should be in the bag at my level? I hit driver fairly well for my handicap, however, can be inconsistent. My iron play has improved with the purchase of some second-hand Ping G-Max.
Get in
7
the
to
boys.
9. Yeah, wonderful clubs. I've got pitching wedge, sound wedge, 52 and a 58. You got too many wedges, dude, for being off 30. Why have you got pitching wedge, sound wedge, 52 and a 58? And I've got a 7 wood, which helps as I struggle with long irons. Definitely have the 7 wood. You've got 100%. Too many wedges. Keep up the good work. I would appreciate any advice as a relatively new golfer that struggles with consistency. Kind regards. Thank you, Tom, for a lovely email.
Okay, so 30 handicapper, relatively new to golf. It sounds like you've invested, which is good. You've got some second-hand irons, 7 to 9. Is that right? Is that all you've got? You've got 7 iron, 8 and a 9 iron. I don't necessarily absolutely hate that, to be honest. Me and Tom were talking to someone yesterday about bags for newer golfers, and I don't hate the half set at all. I think you're better having a more modern set of clubs that are a half set than a full set of older golf clubs. Maybe throw in a 6 iron, get down to a 6 iron, 6 iron, 7 iron, 8 and 9 iron is nice. Then your 7 wood, you know how I feel about the 4 wood. It was a game changer for me.
Oh, my God. If you can get a 4 hybrid, oh, my life, that is a game changer. Yeah.
I think you're pretty set up, Tom. Driver, 7 wood, then some sort of 4 wood hybrid scenario, then a 6 iron, 7 iron, 8, 9 iron, 9 iron, pitching wedge, sand wedge putter.
Can we talk about that? Because I've already mentioned it. You've got too many wedges. There's no point.
Yeah.
Look at what Shane Lowry does, who is one of my heroes in golf. He has a wedge. I don't even know what it is, 54 maybe. That is it. That is his wedge. And he will do all the chipping, and that serves his requirements. Now, obviously, we're not anywhere near. None of us listening are as good as him. But getting really good, really focusing in. What you don't want when you've got a 40-yard chip is to go, oh, shall I go 58, sand wedge, 52? But too many decisions. Get good at doing that with your pitching wedge. Get good at doing that maybe with your 8 iron. But get rid of, I would say, I would seriously think about getting rid of half of those wedges. So you just end up with a pitching wedge and a sand wedge. Get rid of the 52 and the 58. You've got too many wedges.
I would keep, my opinion would be you keep your pitching wedge and you have a 54 degree. That would be what I would do. If I'm honest.
In that case, go with the 52 because you can't get him. You can't make him buy a new club.
yeah, just keep 52 or go buy a new club. Why not? Hey, Ping, go and check them out. I really hope these fireworks, which are going absolutely mental above the studio, are really coming through the podcast because it sounds insane where I am.
It's quite the climax.
Brings us to the end of the email special of Golf is Ruining My Life. We will be back next Monday, and let me just say this.
Oh, announcement time.
This time next week.
Oh, announcement time. Oh, yes.
Announcing what I consider to be the biggest thing we've ever done on this podcast in 4 years. Bigger than Live at Pitch. Bigger than when we signed a club deal with Ping. Bigger than going to Scotland with the PGA Tour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to big it up too much, but I'm really excited.
There's some discussion on Discord. I don't want to. Some people have mentioned a certain tour. I'm not going
to live.
Can you imagine?
That'd be amazing. We're off. We're now millionaires. We're off to live. But by now, someone said, "Are you going to do an ad-only episode?" And to that, I say, get in the bin. Although we will end with ads. We'll see you next Monday for more of whatever that was. As we try to ever get to number 1 in the UK. One time we will. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.